want that plug talk. They want that plug talk. Tell them I know. They want that plug talk. They want that plug talk. Tell them I know. They want that plug talk. They want that plug talk. Tell them I know. They want that plug talk. They want that plug talk. Tell them I know.
Hey y'all, it's your Radio Diva Aprylete.
And your boy Drew Down.
It's your boy Tony Davis, and we are the Plug Talk Podcast. You tune in to your plug on everything, man. Your plug on finances, your plug on relationships, your plug on business. You know, it's the best podcast you're going to find, man. And we here every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday morning, baby.
We the plug.
Hey.
Yeah. Make sure you follow us on all the social media. Make sure you follow the, the website where everything's coming to. That's theplugtalk.com. Let's get to it.
All right.
Let's get to it, man. This is her first episode. This is inaugural.
Inaugural.
That's a big word.
It's a big word.
Yeah,
I had that in my pocket just for this.
Okay, please tell me what it means.
The first one.
Oh, inaugural means the first one.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, you know what? Look, don't judge me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You
so,
didn't
like, ignite.
See, he can't even say it. It's a big word.
We here, though, man. Let's just say that. We in the
Inaugural.
building. We here, the Plug Talk Podcast. And
All
I'm glad to have these co-hosts with me.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Man, this is
Cool.
dope, man.
Yeah, I
This is
appreciate
dope.
the platform, bro.
Yeah, we about to take off, man.
All right,
Take
well,
off time. Tell a little bit about, introduce ourselves to the people
okay.
who don't know who we are, who we is.
What we do.
Yeah.
Ladies first.
Oh, so I get put on the spot once again. All right, so my name is Aprylete. I go by the Radio Diva. I do radio in St. Louis, Hot 104.1 on Air Talent. I also work in television. I work at Fox 2 News in St. Louis as well in community affairs. So I basically do PR for the television station. Look, he's like plug.
She basically killing. Like, how did we get her? She killing it on all platforms.
Well,
I'm sorry.
thank you. I
Proceed.
appreciate that. So that's just a little bit about like my job and what I do. I have a dog.
The lovely dog.
I like
the
to
infamous
cook.
dog. We gotta
His
have a
name
dog
is
in here.
Gucci.
Can we bring Gucci
We
in one
can.
time?
Gucci is all about
need
plugging.
Gucci.
Okay.
We need to have Gucci in the Plug Talk.
I like to cook. And I mean that's a little bit. I mean you'll learn probably more about me throughout the sessions and stuff.
Hold on, wait a minute. Cook
but-
like chicken and box macaroni cook.
And broccoli.
Not even broccoli or corn
That's
out the
the
can
go-to.
and throw it in the skillet like that's fried corn.
Whatever.
Or is it like you
straight
can
get
really
down.
cook?
Okay, well
Like
I will
straight
say
meals.
this.
Full meals.
Look, I'm still learning. I like to cook.
Uh.
So I do have cookbooks and stuff. I don't really know how to do too much,
Uh-huh.
but I'm always open.
But that's
So, I
dope.
mean, that's
the fact
cool.
that you like to cook puts you in the top percentile
Thank you.
of ladies nowadays.
Cool,
Yeah, yeah,
perfect.
for sure.
You know what? As long as I'm in the time,
in the
you know what I'm
design.
saying? Yeah, so that's a little bit about me.
All right,
Okay,
all right.
okay.
Drew
Well,
Down. Talk to 'em.
of course I go by Drew Down, and I've also been in the internet radio game
Same
for
thing.
quite a
Cool.
minute, you know what I'm saying?
H2O lean, same thing.
Yeah, for about 5 years, man. I used to do this college radio show, Stereo Assault, and since then moved forward, been brought on board with this mobile app for St. Louis music.
Hey, and
That's
it's
dope.
real
Check that
dope.
out.
It's real
It's
dope. I was
super
just
tight.
talking to
Plug.
somebody about that.
It's super tight,
Yeah,
you know what
definitely
I'm
plug.
saying? So, yeah, just to be a part of that.
Tell them the
and
name of the app, though, bro.
The name of the app is, my bad, the name of the app is You Listen Radio. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go get that too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Google Store,
Plug
Apple Playlist.
yourself, baby.
You know what I'm saying?
Plug talk, man. That's all we talking is plug
For
talk.
sure, for sure. But yeah, go download that app, man. Right now we got one of the artists out in the city that make good street music, you know what I'm saying? We got him streaming his mixtape right now for 24 hours. So 12 midnight tonight, it won't air again, you know what I'm saying? You'll have to go download it.
When you say the artist, at least say the artist's name. It's the first episode. We're going to know how to plug. What's his name?
Didn't I say Nike Turbo?
No.
You said
I
an
didn't?
artist. You was talking
My
in
bad,
codes.
I'm getting ready to go all the way. Yeah, all right. So, yeah, man. I feel like I just messed that hella up.
Nah,
It's
all
okay.
good.
Keep it going. It's
Like-
good.
But yo, yeah, make sure y'all download that You Listen Radio app right now. We got Nike Turbo, who is one of the hottest street rappers in St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? We got him streaming his mixtape straight from the app for the next 24 hours. So make sure you tune in and listen to that before you purchase that hard copy. You know, they got them hard copies. You'll have to hit them up on their social media,
That's
Yeah.
dope.
Alright,
That's
cool.
dope. We
Yeah.
plugging, man. That's what we about at the Plug Talk. And I guess get to me, Tony Davis. That's my real name. I started using my government, after a while because we on the bigger and better things. But, some of y'all might know me as Legion the Kid, Legion Luciano. was a
He was
is
a
an
rapper.
artist. Yeah, I am a rapper. I'm a rapper. You know what's funny thing though about when you're a rapper, you always a rapper. You always think
man.
and move as like a rapper. But I had to boss up though, man. I had to do some bigger
Do you
things.
still do any music?
I still do. That intro to this podcast
With
is your
you?
boy. Yeah.
Cool.
I still do music, man.
It's
Like
lit.
and that's gonna lead us to our first subject too. It's just the business of music.
Okay.
Like I love the actual act of recording and making and performing music. I'll do that forever. The business of music, that's the worst thing going. It kind of fell out. So I had to and it's hard to do. We're gonna talk about it, but it's hard to do. It's hard for any real artist. And when I say real artist, I mean someone who's made it to a certain point, or someone who's like that passionate about music. It's really hard to step back from music. Really, if anybody is able to like turn the corner and do something else in music, just know that's hard.
Yeah, because it's especially like a passion and it's something that expresses you.
And music is so in you, it's always in your head. That's why like if you think about the term like starving artists, like some people who just like can't function in life, meaning they can't get a job because they can't get away from that. So they end up playing like on the boardwalk. They play like, no, that's real. That's a real deal. Though. Like with people who be into their art to where like they can't live regular life. Right. Like they only can do what they doing. So yeah, and they end up like that. And I always be thinking about those type of people when I make decisions. Like, dog, don't let it control you like that. You gotta boss up. So so Tony Davis.
So are you like strictly going by first name, last name, like Anthony Hamilton? Like you're going by Tony Davis?
No, I'm still just Tony, but it's like such a big, like my mom called me Legion.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like my fiance, when we met, she thought my name was Legion.
Okay.
That's how entrenched I was into Legion.
Yeah.
So really me becoming Tony Davis was almost harder or more of a process than becoming Legion, because I've been rapping since like 12.
I understand.
So like it's really like, man, I'm making an effort to be Tony Davis, if that makes sense. And that's who I am.
I mean, but it's another chapter in your life.
And that's who I was before. But and that's just a testament to really how passionate and how engulfed I was in music that I really had to come out. So now with this podcast, man, with the things I do with the youth, with the things I do on the business side, it's now developing like the Tony Davis side. And because I've been able to see like so many different things, like from having the upbringing I had and from, being able to have success in music to a degree of, having record deals and being in offices that a lot of people don't, I got an insight on, and that's what made me kind of want to do like the podcast. Like, dog, I got a lot of insight on different things, and it's hard to really have a long conversation with every single person. So the idea for podcasts had been swirling around. So when it finally, was like, let's do it, it came out, and then to link up with these real radio people, because I have no radio broadcast or any experience like that. So it's dope to have y'all on the left or the right of me.
That's what's up.
Thanks.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
I'm glad to be here.
So we rolling, man. So let's get into like the first topic, man. It was what better segue than to get right into it. We're talking about where I come from, and that's the music business. One of the biggest reasons why I started to do other things and was able to kind of branch off was that the business of music is like dead and like died.
Yeah.
Right. And we kind of talked about it, and if you really examine it, so it died in two phases, right? Okay. So first it died in physical form, like the physical copy, and that was when like Napster, when you was able to download it. Right. So it started to be like, why you didn't want the physicals anymore? Like once the MP3 player came, right, an actual CD was like a hassle, because it's like, now I gotta lug. Like back in early high school, people used to have like the CD books on the
So what's early high school for you, for people? Like what?
Like 2000.
Okay.
Like 2000, people used to have like the CD books.
Oh yeah, absolutely. In the car and everything.
Yeah. Like you and then after a while, then the MP3 player, then the iPod came. So it was like you just load it onto your joint, and you don't need the CD. Yeah. So, but you were still kind of willing to pay, but like you just wanted it in that format.
Absolutely.
And then it became like the Limewire, the FrostWire, BearShare, all those started to hit, and it was like
I was big on Limewire, and then I got like a virus on my computer.
Everybody
and I'm like,
did.
It was over with. Yeah, it was
I'm like, F you, Limewire. But I always used to download on Limewire and then burn it to my CDs off the computer and then put it in my car and stuff like that.
Yeah. So that was the wave. So but because of that, I felt like, of course, CD sales took a hit.
Yeah.
So that was like the first hit of
A
like
big hit.
people wasn't buying CDs. So like the overall business started to change. So budgets got a little smaller, but it was still flourishing. Budgets got a little smaller. And the point that I feel like the value left though. So like the way people wanted to pay for it changed, but it still had value. I feel like value changed when like Lil Wayne era. And that was from like after the Squad to like Carter to where I say after Carter 2 is when he really started to drop. Like Lil Wayne released like 20 mixtapes. Right?
Yeah. And it was all kind of dope.
They were all dope.
I like Lil Wayne, but
Shout
they
out
were
to
all
him.
pretty dope. But
Yeah.
he just had a
dropping the
birthday
mix.
too. Shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to Weezy
Hey.
F, man. Hope he get through. And it's funny we're talking about Wayne music business, and he's entrenched in a war about music business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That money.
I'm gonna say this. All right, I feel like Lil Wayne, with the way he done music, took the value out of music. He not intentionally, but the way he approached music, he devalued music. Had he been like just an up and coming, because he was the hottest and doing the most, he devalued the music. Because
In what way are you talking about devalued? In like just like lyrical wise and money wise and like what way?
I think now let me say this. Let me qualify. I think Lil Wayne is a dope artist. I'm a
Okay.
Lil Wayne fan, but Lil Wayne has no. I don't think he's a substance rapper. I
Oh,
think he's
no, not at all.
I think he's quantity over quality.
Right.
Yeah.
Meaning
Okay.
he's not
That's true.
sitting thinking for hours on end about
No.
a verse. He's really just flowing.
Yep,
But
and throwing it out there.
But he's so talented that he's just flowing like dopeness, though. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? But
Yeah.
with the way he been working like that, he put out so much music to where it was just like the Drought 1, the Drought 2, the Drought 3,
No ceilings,
Dedication
yeah.
1, Dedication 2, to
Downloads.
where like, and him being when he was saying the best rapper alive, he was the biggest in the game. So he's the lead. So if you're coming behind Wayne, you have to catch Wayne. Like,
Yes, and you
so
gotta put out so
you
much.
gotta put
and you
out
gotta,
more things. So
and that's where I think the quality is messed up because I mean it's a process when you're making music,
It
and
is.
if you want something that's really homegrown and something that means something to you, you can't just keep on putting out. It's a process.
Exactly.
So when you're just putting out stuff, you're just putting out shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You just throwing stuff out.
Yeah.
So like Wayne set the mold for that because I think Wayne, because he started music so early, I think he didn't have a real life outside of his music. So meaning every day he recorded and he just put out a lot of music. So then you have the artists that follow. So as a fan, let me get back. So as a fan, you like, okay, you got the Drought 1, Drought 2, Drought 3. By the time you at Drought 3, you may still go back and you may love Drought 1, but the value of Drought 1 is, like, if you hop in my car and I say, check out Drought 1, you say, bro, I got Drought 3.
Right.
Even if everything on Drought 1 was tight, you automatically going to fast forward yourself to catch up to Drought 3 because you can like, I'm behind on my artist. This is my
Right.
favorite artist.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I'm behind on his work. So
Yeah.
you can't say you're a diehard Lil Wayne fan and like, oh, but you ain't even heard this.
Right.
So in
Yeah.
turn, everybody got sped up. Wayne single-handedly sped up the whole world to where
I
it was
see
just
that.
like, oh, you got to drop. So every artist that came behind, you got to think from the Young Thugs to the Future to Gucci Mane, all of those people came behind Wayne, like after
Yeah.
Wayne wave. So now they like, that's the way. That's what you got to do. I'm a hard worker, so I just put out mixtape. But it's not really that. It's really just like you devaluing it. So why would I pay you? And then when it come down for album time, it's like, why, bro? I got too much. It's like, look at people like Yo Gotti. He's
Yeah.
a street artist,
Right.
but he put out so many mixtapes. His
You don't even
album
need an
sales
album.
like
Yeah,
nothing. Like
exactly.
30, 40,000.
We don't even wait for the
Yeah.
album no more. Like I don't like wait for people
Yeah.
albums. Like
Yeah.
I'm
Like, why
cool with
would
your
I?
mixtapes. You're good.
And right, I grab a single. So I say that. I say Lil Wayne devalued music. I don't want to say killed. He killed the music industry as it was.
Right. Okay.
And he devalued music for the consumer. So that put us in this space of I want music all the time.
Yeah. Fast.
I want it for free.
Yeah.
And that's where we at. So with the business of it as artists, as real artists, now you got to figure out like, okay, how can I put value back into my music
and make some money because
and make some money back into
that's
this business?
key.
But let me ask you this though. So how do you feel about the new trend of trying to put value back into making money off physical copies of music by treating that physical copy as as memorabilia. So let's saying, the bigger the demand, you know what I'm saying, the bigger the supply, you know what I'm saying. So or the smaller the supply, the bigger the demand. You know what I'm saying. So if you make 50 copies of this CD and you got a set price for that CD, and you saying, well, now also you got streaming that's taking over too, right?
Right. Yeah. That's a whole nother.
If you stream, let's say you stream something on a couple like media platforms and then make the 50 copies,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Mark them up or however you gonna mark them up, but you could possibly sell more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Physical copies of that music. You know what I'm saying? Than you would have just by not treating it as memorabilia. You know what I'm saying? Or pushing it as such.
I think during that wave, actual fans began to be like, hold up, like I don't even want your next one yet. And I think fans wanted to put value in it, but it was going too fast. And I think some artists wanted more value for their music. So I think the shining stars that I know that have done it is the Nipsey Hussle when he decided to sell. Look, I'm gonna sell it for $100 or $1,000 if I sign it. To where it's like, okay. And then what was genius about what Nipsey Hussle did, he acknowledged the fact that the climate had changed, that people still gonna want it for free. But he put the onus on like, but my real fans,
they gonna
believe
pay for
in the content, you gonna want to pay for it, and you gonna, you want it like that. And then and he did both. Like he actually made it available for free and said, if you this type of person, you can go get it for free. But if you're a real fan, you will pay this $100. And it worked. It was genius. It was.
And like a lot of people do. Like when you really mess with an artist and you gonna go get that. You gonna pay for it.
Exactly.
It means different. Like you listen to it damn near differently.
Yeah, it's like you proud of it. It's like I supported them. It's like if you take it all the way to like art, like actual art. Like the people who buy the art pieces, they really like buying it to support the artist. Like
absolutely.
When you say support an artist from the music industry side, it's so generic. It's like watered down. You like show me some support. It's really like, do I really matter? But on the art side, like people who actually paint and do stuff like that, you literally are supporting them. Like they have to literally sell a painting to be able to do the next one. And I think that's kind of what.
Well, I feel like in music, that's kind of. I mean, that's not saying that's what it is, but I mean, you definitely have to sell and make money to make music just because you need producers, you need studio time, you need all those things. Right. And I think that there are just so many artists. There's so many people doing music where it's just very hard to support these people and like putting money towards them so they can make more music, quality music and different things like that. But I mean, like when you say, I wanted to touch on this real quick, when you had said that Lil Wayne kind of devalued music. Yeah. I mean, you're definitely just talking about the rap industry and not just music as a whole, because even with R&B or pop or something like that, they're not putting out so many mixtapes and everything like that. Their stuff is still shifting just because of the world. It's 2016, so obviously different what's the word I'm looking for? Different
genres.
Not different genres, but different ways to get music is available. So that's why it's shifting. But I mean, I would say in the rap industry, Lil Wayne did something to that, but not music as a whole.
What happened, in my opinion, is that it affected R&B in the sense that it eliminated it. Like R&B as you know it went away because they didn't have time. They couldn't afford to invest in R&B like that. So like, think about when the last time you heard like a classic R&B artist, like new, that didn't like ride a wave that was almost like rap. Right. Like and even from that time period, like from that Wayne era that I'm talking about, there are no classic style R&B. Like R&B crooners that came out. That whole industry had like died. Like there were nothing in that realm. Like if a label had a department dedicated to that type of R&B, it got closed down. Like it was just nothing there for it. Like, and then you had pop, which is a totally different model because it's so big that they make their money off like other stuff. But it really did affect, and I don't think it was just Wayne per se that as far as the other genres are concerned, I think they didn't even try it. But as far as hip hop, Wayne definitely, I think, was a contributing factor to sucking the value out.
You heard that, Wayne? You look what you did to rap music.
And I think he didn't know. I really think Wayne was just really
just doing him, like
really just a rapper's rapper. Like even today, I think that's the reason why he don't have his money That's the reason why he's in court now. I think he's just a.
So what exactly is he in court for? Is that with the Birdman stuff or whatever?
Yeah, he's owed money because he never really handled his business side of it. So he started. Anybody else, any other person that did what Wayne did would be like out of here because he formed Young Money and was able to get two of the biggest artists ever. Like, he's the only person who artists that he signed surpassed him.
Yeah.
Like
Drake and Nicki.
He's supposed to be on the Hall of Fame like Wayne did it because not only was he the best rapper and did everything of himself, right at the perfect time, he transitioned it out and like he's supposed to be like a Hall of Fame. But he's such a rapper's rapper. His business wasn't right. He was just like, I'll take 49%. Y'all take controlling interest. I'm going to just keep rapping. I'm going to make sure I put him on a Dyke song. Y'all handle all the business stuff with it. Birdman, you do all of that. And then when it came down to it, it was just like, ain't you going to pay me? He's like, nope. Like, pay you what? Now he's like.
So he in court with Birdman right now?
He in court with Birdman, Cash Money as a
trying
whole.
To get his money.
Trying to get money and trying to get out of his contract.
Oh.
Like, he can't even work. Like, you know, he can't even record an album. Like, he can't put out an album somewhere else without
they get
release.
Money.
Yeah, they have to even release it. Even if he wanted to.
Wow.
Because, remember, he put out a mixtape on Tidal.
Right.
And they sued Tidal, which almost bankrupt Tidal.
Oh my God! They only did that to be petty.
Yeah.
Like you didn't even have to go. Look, okay.
It was just—it's one of those things.
It
of
is,
just like
but it's so sad that he got them ties up into stuff, and people don't really think about that. So if you are an artist listening, you have to definitely get all your ducks in a row and read and read and read and knowledge yourself. Like on the business side, you have to be knowledgeable, and there's so many books out there that you can read, and then there's like try to get a mentor or somebody that you can't just be an artist out here and just rap and put your music out there. It's just not how you can do it.
And that's the plug, really. Like, really, you have to understand the business of music. Yeah. And it's a tricky thing. Like, one thing from transitioning from music to regular business, everybody always says like the music industry is shady. It really is. That's 1,000% true. But it's really shady because there's always somebody in between.
Yes.
Like,
and in a lot of things, there's always a middleman in a lot of things. Even if you are a filmmaker or something, you still need to work. Like if I don't know exactly how that goes, but if you're a filmmaker and you want people or somebody, if you put something on social media and like they pick up your video, a cat video or whatever, and they want to use it, like you have to license that out and different things like that. So there's always little odds and ends that you have to be knowledgeable of. It's just protecting yourself.
Absolutely. And then like when I say like people in the middle in the music, let's say like if you're a rapper, right? Let's say I work for Bad Boy. Let's say no, I don't work for Bad Boy. Aprylete works for Bad Boy.
Okay. All right, cool.
What's up, Diddy? I'm her friend, right?
Right.
In normal business, someone would say, hey, you rap. My friend works at Bad Boy. Let me introduce you to Aprylete. And then you just take it from there. In the music business, it goes, hey, look, I got a plug with Aprylete.
Throw me some eyes and ears.
Or you can throw me something, and I'll walk you into Aprylete.
And so now you combine, you are...
Now you link into me. I don't really got no purpose. I have no purpose. I could have just introduced you.
And that's the messed up part about it, because that's when people sign contracts and stuff. So you bind to this person for no damn reason. And it may be 30 years or some shit, or you owe him royalty or something that you do with me, and he ain't got nothing to do with it. Just sit back collecting money.
And that's what kills the music industry.
Learn.
That's really what kills the business of music. It's so many people in the middle. Nothing is done direct. Like if I know, like if that's the first mix-up. That won't happen again.
Getting calls.
If I know this guy makes beats, right? I can direct you right to him if I wanted to. In any other form of business, that's just the perfect thing to do. Hey, I know somebody who hangs drywall. You building a house? Here go his number. In the music business, it will never work like that. Right. If I know he make beats and I know I can sell them to you, I will go and sign him and say, look, I got 10 people that's going to buy your beats. I'm going to sign you as a producer. And then he goes, and then I fall back. So let's say then he makes the beats and now y'all working directly, right? But I'm somewhere in the shadows, like collecting all the money. And then you realize, like, I don't need you. So then you end up signing to somebody else. And before you get to somebody else, that person then has to pay me.
Right.
And it's just a crazy thing. So the average artist, that's true.
I do think it's some different avenues, though. as far as educating people on music business, like for instance, different conferences and music conferences. Where they hold different panels on different topics.
I love that. Revolt is
like
actually having
AR,
one.
Yeah, they're trying to bring it back.
Yeah, and that one's gonna be real nice. I went to a music conference, ASCAP. I went. Probably maybe 2 years ago or whatever, and it was really nice. My guy was in the he still is in the music industry or whatever. So we had went out there and they had like the different panels and different things like that. You can meet different people and just get some insight and stuff. But those things cost money, and so if you're an artist and you don't have money, it's just like you don't want to spend the money that you do have on things like that. But the plug is you have to.
Right.
You have to. It's just like school and just like anything that you want to do, you have to have knowledge behind it. So don't just spend all your money like you said. You used to spend your money on studio time and stuff like. I don't care about none of that. Like, I feel like a lot of artists, they just so quick to get in the damn studio.
Right.
Like, you so quick to, I'm in the stew. In the stew doing what?
Right.
Like, you just, okay, if you got a song or whatever like that, cool. And it pops and this is going to be your single. Now you need to get with the people to push this. Now you need to get some promotional material. Now you need to, start a campaign. Like, why you always in the damn studio?
Right. Okay.
Like, I understand, I get it, and if that's your passion and you just love it and you just want to make music and you're not trying to make no money off of it or whatever the case may be in the studio, baby. Do you? If that's just what you do. Right. But if you're really trying to be an artist out here and pop and get on the radio and all this other kind of stuff that people want, you need to take some time out the damn studio and you need to start putting some money into something else. You
Different
need to start
avenues,
exactly.
Right.
And a lot of people don't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
So plug.
That's
y'all
plug.
need to
AP with
y'all
the
need to start doing that for real.
Yeah, for sure, man. Another thing I wanted to touch on too was like kind of like the lost art of like being an A&R. Cause like now it's just like everything is instant. Right. You know what I'm saying? You can upload a video to YouTube and it do numbers. Well, you can book shows off your numbers. You know what I'm saying? And people are just going out and performing, but the lost cause or the lost art of the A&R, you know what I'm saying? You don't have that middleman that's there that could bridge the gap between, you know what I'm saying? Like the people that are knowledgeable specifically about the music business.
Really make it. Yeah, I mean, like that's one of those things to where like it started not to make sense. Yeah. It was like too much work for too little reward. It was like you have people that are have a great A&R or have take time and cultivate like a great project. Right. But if it only lasts for like
what is A&R, like an artist rep?
It stands for artist and repertoire, but actually it's just like someone who either curates the album, or make sure that they get the produce. It's like so many layers to the so it's like different types of A&Rs.
Okay, all right. Just wanted to be.
Yeah. The actual term is like olden. It came from like what they used to have to do, but in today's time, it's just really somebody who.
Right. In today's times, you can damn near just. Like you said, put something on YouTube, and if you pop. And there, you know what? I just want to say, this just makes me think about, I've been to a couple of clubs and performances, and they really, really suck. Like, I'm like, okay, so you spent all this time and just whatever the hell you was doing, but you ain't practiced. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even the way that you're holding the mic sucks. Like, I had went out, and you know what? I'm not here to say, like, oh, I like this artist, I don't like this artist, but I went, Lucci was here in St. Louis. And number one, I mean, we was at the club, so I'm pretty sure the audio was horrible. But even like his delivery, I'm just like, like you,
this ain't no show.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't understand. Yeah. Like, what are you like? What's on your mind? And if you're going to be an artist and a performer, like you need to practice, you need to perform, you need to work on your vocals, you need to damn near run on the treadmill while you're rapping. Like you have to get yourself together and be polished.
That's
like,
one thing I really wish like music and sports were alike. Because, like, if you play sports, I can see if you good or not. There ain't no question about it. Like, can you play basketball? Can you not? Like, I don't care if that's your dream or not. You're not good.
Right.
The problem with music is that so many whack things become, like, great.
Yeah.
There are actually whack artists that, like, I kind of even like. Like, I know you technically, like, whack.
But it's something.
But something about it, man, I listen to it.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
that makes it so hard to critique
so
music.
weed out. Yeah, exactly.
You can never really tell anyone, like, dawg, you ain't gonna make, like, give it up. And then he'll be like Lil B or something. Like, he'll be somebody that pop off, and you be like, damn, I don't know what to say.
You know? That's when it get really deep, though, because you can be, you know what I'm saying, on that side, but then you can also be on the side where you look for new music and new artists and then, like, and new sounds, you know what I'm saying? Whereas you get tired of all the old, you know what I'm saying? So you come in even though something that we may not even, I might have not even caught your mixtape. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that so many people have caught it, you know what I'm saying, and are listening to it, that influences it. And it's like, well, I can't help but
it's
not
just
like
a wave.
It,
but that's why I say I wish it was like sports though, because I really hate that fact though. I really want to be able to look at you and say
critique, like,
you are not good. Like I give my opinion, but at the same time it's like whatever.
He just want to say you're fired.
I would want to tell people like, dog, you suck. I mean, like say if you go to a show, I be want to tell people like it's whack. But you can never call anybody whack. It's always perspective, and that's like the bad part of music. Well, it's only bad when you start to get as much bad music as we've been getting. So then when you get like whack artists, it's like, what can you say? Like,
and you may have just had that perspective because you are artists. Because I kind of feel like, I mean, there is whack stuff out there, and I just choose not to listen to it. But there may be his people or some people that like it. Obviously, he like it or she likes it because they put it out there, and it's an expression of yourself. But you may feel that way because you're an artist. So it's just kind of like, is it kind of like, I don't want to speak for you, but like, is it like, why are so many whack people damn near getting on in their so-called success? Because you know that you're good? Like, is that how you're looking at it?
Sort of, but it's like, I can talk to, like, we can say like, we can have a room full of people that say, yeah, that's whack. And then the song come on, and we all kind of like still rock with it. Okay. And then if you come to like an up and coming artist, all right? So like, let's say if you go to like an open mic night, and you look at 10 acts, and there may be 2 that, in your opinion, you could say like they actually got potential or whatever. And like the wackest, to say like the worst person that you've seen up there, you cannot go tell him like, do this or do that. Because it's music, like it's not really. Just say like if you go to like a high school game and you watch a point guard, and you've played the sport, or you just know, you can say, hey, you could do this better, and I think you should do that. I mean, work on your dribbles, work on your jump shot. In music, there is no level. Like there are people that are like at level 1 of skill set. Like it all depends on how you grade the skill. Like as far as like the act of rapping, like say like Eminem, right? They can just like actively like put words together. Like he's a good rapper, like the active rapper. But then there are some people who are good at just like telling stories. Then there's some people who got like a good sound. That
and then me, like I'm a great performer, but I can't. I can't sing or nothing like that. But I would be a great performer.
She lying.
I cannot. Oh my God! But I sing all the time. But I really cannot even sing. But I would like love to be.
But even with singing, there are people that can't sing.
And
it used to be like at least singing, you can tell like if you go back to like the Temptation era, all those people can literally sing. Like you didn't need they didn't sing with a track. Like that whole Motown era, like those were actually they could sing. But if you take a singer now, like she probably like if you hear they live shows, like yo, she really can't sing.
Right.
But she made a dope song, and then she creates like a dope body of work, and it's like,
and then vibe with it
like,
and stuff.
Can I even tell her she can't sing because she was able to pull it off?
You can,
but
you can't sing.
You could say it, but then it'd be like you ain't got no ground to stand on.
And then when you say it, it's like if you could tell a basketball player he whack, I'm in the NBA.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like so.
You can't.
It's the plug talk.
Yeah, it's the plug. Anything else we want to say before we sign off?
I just want to say I am the radio diva Aprylete. Just in case if you guys didn't catch that in the beginning, to just say my name one more time. So that's all. That's all.
Tony Davis, aka Legion the Kid, aka Legion Luciano.
And it's your boy Drew Down. And make sure y'all go get that You Listen Radio app, please.
Download
and thank you.
You
know what I'm saying? Support nothing but St. Louis music 24/7. Streaming, man.
I love it. Well,
that's it, man.
And that was the plug. Signing off.
Yeah.